work in progress are back from our long extended break. I'm Rick, and
I am Chris, formerly known as Dad.
yes, we're here to talk about a film we've seen, and of course, this here vlog is going to be
Spoiler: this film contains spoilers.
yeah. So heavily we have fun with the spoilers. We like the spoilers.
This is a vlog. It will have bad language and spoilers.
Yeah, like you'll have to forgive our potential rages because you know. But anyway, that preamble aside, the film we saw a few days ago
Is Batman Rising?
Yeah,
or
it
should be Batman Floating, because it is a goddamn fucking corpse of a movie.
Yes, The Dark Knight Rises. Our expectations were
Dashed on the sea of horror. By the way, I'm a huge fan of the Batman franchise. I'm gonna start this by saying, like, I love the Batman franchise. Goddamn, he is my favorite. Watched everything, read the comics. I even own Batman vs Predator. Seriously, I am a fanboy. But this film is fucking terrible. Like, I rated this 2 out of 10 for fuck's sake. Like, purely because it let me down so badly. Like, you watch the trailers and you know it's not going to be as good as the last one, but at the same time, I never saw the amount of shit they were going to pile on top of it. Like, okay, like, let's start off with the beginning. Like, let's start with something simple, the characters. Like, the two famous characters, there's the Bruce Wayne and the Batman. We're going to start with Bruce Wayne because nobody likes him. We'll get him out of the fucking way first.
yeah, like you thought that Christian Bale was unlikable and horrible in the other two movies, in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Woo! you know nothing.
I like that
God,
part
man!
Those two women. Like,
Huh?
I like that part when he shows up with those two women. That was awesome. And then they go swimming in the thing. That was cool. I like Christian Bale in that. But in this one, he is fucking god awful. The start of the film, he's disappeared for 7 years, and at the same time as Batman disappears, he becomes a recluse. You know, whatever. But basically, yeah, he's just disappeared. He shot himself in. He's moping over his missus that died in the last one that Harvey ended up with, supposedly anyway. And basically, he's become useless. He's just become feckless, mopey little bastard number one. And he decides to prove that he is completely useless and mopey and bastard throughout this entire film with zero redemption. Like, there's no good aspects to him in this entire film. He starts off by trying to shoot one of the maids. And I mean, yeah, she's Catwoman, and yeah, she is robbing the house, and yeah, he is the greatest detective, so he should know that. But
he shot an arrow at her face.
yeah, and the audience didn't know this. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, God damn, I know he's hard up, but come on, you know. And let's ignore his basic stupidity to start with, and let's focus on the simple fact that he's not doing his job, and that's causing people in Gotham to lose out. There's an orphanage, and it's just kind of fallen off the books because Wayne isn't making profits, and he's just locked himself away. So the city is suffering simply because he's not doing his job.
Yeah, he's not paying attention to his own company, thus it falls flat.
And it's not until the end of the film this is addressed, and even when it is addressed, it's still the most pointless fucking hackneyed shitty writing I have ever seen in my life. It's fucking god awful. Like, there is no redemption for this guy at all in this entire film. Oh, one of my favourite scenes where he is a complete douche is when he shows up in Gordon's fucking hospital bed wearing a mask after Gordon's just been shot by a bunch of masked men. And that's the first thing Gordon sees when he wakes up. Yeah, congratulations, you're a fucking genius.
Yeah, you just scared one of your oldest allies. Yeah, good job. Yeah.
And he wasn't wearing the Batman mask either. He's just wearing a basic IRA fucking balaclava as well. Twat. What are you laughing at? You hate this film.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate this film.
No,
How can you not hate this?
No. Okay. Let me just say. Okay, I am fully aware that it is riddled and belitten with problems that compound on the movie and break it. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, it's not Bane that breaks the Batman; it's fucking Chris Nolan.
It fucking is.
But yeah.
God damn it, Chris Nolan! I will have my vengeance.
That's the thing, though. Like, I can't bring myself to hate it. Like, I did enjoy it. I had fun watching it.
You know what it was? It was Catwoman's whip, wasn't it? She whipped you with it into liking this movie. You know?
Did she even have a whip?
No, she didn't. She had guns, but she didn't have a whip.
And she had those stiletto heels that were literally stiletto knives.
Yeah. No, I have to admit, don't get me wrong. Catwoman was a pathetic, weak character in this film. Like she was literally there for the one scene where she shows her ass off.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was the whole point of her. They give her a little lesbian sidekick thief thing, but that has no story arc. There's no. I don't even know her name. I don't think they mention it.
It was never given.
No. Yeah, like this character comes out of nowhere. It's never given a storyline. There's no point to it. It's fucking useless. Complete airhead. The only reason Catwoman's there is because it's Catwoman and they need to give Batman a reward at the end of the film, so he gets to retire and that's it. And like, other than that, that's her entire thing in the film. You can sum her up by the simple fucking fact that she was just in a catsuit. Catwoman in a catsuit.
No, like I was I can pick three things. Like whether I can remember all three things now, I can't remember. But like the one is obviously having her bent over the Batbike.
Oh god, no one is ever gonna forget that.
One, two, like she's got the whole sort of girl power thing going on.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
No, yeah, she had the whole thing.
Where she was like, yeah, I'll stand up for the local people, I can fight with the big boys, kind of like.
Yeah.
But she was bent over by Bane and doing his research.
Yeah, that's the thing. The third thing I could see for her, like she was there just to try and build Bane up.
Yeah.
Like you've got this super cheeky Minx character who can fend for herself. And she's like, yeah, I'm afraid of this guy. You should be afraid of him too.
Yeah, but like she wasn't. She was just like a basic bog standard cat thief, and she wasn't an interesting character. She didn't have any of the charm. She's just basically kind of like, yeah, I've got the skill. I can go and rob whatever the fuck I fancy. So I'm going to go and rob whatever the fuck I fancy. And oh no, there's a big bad man who's going to beat me up if I don't.
Yeah, she just comes across as a bitch. Like she's not likable really, and she doesn't have an arc. You
remember like in the old ones, like when you had the Catwoman, I think it was. Her name? Michelle Pfeiffer. Now she was always about the fun. She loved it. It was a great game. Whereas in this one, Catwoman's being forced into a life of crime, and you can tell, and she just doesn't have fun with it. And it's not interesting. It's not worth watching. It's not worth 10 seconds worth of ass on a bike. So quite frankly, it's pointless.
Yeah.
Which brings us to fucking Batman.
Bane.
Well, I was going to say Batman.
Let's talk about Batman then.
Batman, I kind of went off on a tangent after fucking Bruce Wayne. He pissed me off that much.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, Batman.
Pointless.
Yeah, shit. He looked funny. His face looked funny.
He was taken to like opening his mouth. Like more grunt, more open mouth.
Yeah.
I'm giving everything to Gotham.
Yeah. Fucking every scene it was like that. Like, you're the Batman! Incidentally, that's how Robin found out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like, no, Batman.
Focus on Batman, yeah. Okay, he has one good scene. One good scene that I really enjoyed. And that was at the very beginning of in the first half of the film, when the police are chasing Bane after he pulls his heist off on the bikes. And then all of a sudden, like, the police are completely fucking lost. They don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, the lights in the tunnel start going black. And you're thinking to yourself, what, is this some sort of trick that Bane's pulling off? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden you see it. It's Batman on the fucking bat bike. All
the police are around, all the citizens are like, it's Batman! It's like, fuck yeah, Batman's coming and kick ass.
Yeah, even the policeman's like, yeah, we're in for a show tonight, son. Like, and it's just amazing. It was
we are not worthy! I loved the scene where, like, he gets up the gun thing, and, like, the cop shoots it, and he's just like,
Really?
Fucking. I was like, bitch, please. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that scene was awesome. Unfortunately, they end it on a really low note.
Yeah, they fuck up the one awesome scene that Batman has, and they fuck it up.
Yeah, like basically, Batman's riding along on his bike, and like all of a sudden it cuts to this guy who's got a hostage on the back of his bike, and the hostage just goes shooting straight up in the air. And you think to yourself, right, so Batman jumped onto a building using his bat grappling thing and pulled them up out of nowhere? What? When was he off his bike? What? When did you show this movie? We need explanation. What is going on here? Oh, well, at least the guy's available. You can either kick his ass or something. And then the guy just sort of, like, falls over, like, gently, and Batman shows up and then pokes him very gently in the face. Yeah, apparently that's it.
Yeah, he punches his helmet to break the glass, and that's apparently enough to knock him out. Even though that would thus defeat the point of a helmet.
I know, he survives falling off a bike, but not a punch to the face, go figure.
But the punch
the other way around.
Yeah, like a punch to the face from a cripple. A cripple punched you in the face, yeah, that's it. But like you falling off your bike, yeah, that's fine.
That makes total sense.
Batman, like they established early on that he is not up to par. He's not what he was. He was he's a cripple basically. Like he is not as like his glory days are long since past. To the point where he has no cartilage in one of his legs.
Does not work.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense. But like, on the topic of Batman and injuries, like partway through, like Bane breaks his back.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh at this moment because I know how they fix it.
Yeah, okay.
It's fucking hilarious. Apparently the NHS has been wrong all this fucking time. All you need to do to fix a broken back, string him up on some rope and punch him.
Yeah, like that'll help. That'll heal your broken back. Let's traumatize it some more.
Hey Rick, I've got an amazing idea. Do you mind if I break your back?
Okay. We need to test this theory. Like, screw the Mythbusters. We're on the case.
We're on to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna punch you back. Okay. Now, like, when you can get off when you can stand. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking stand when I've had my back broken, and now I'm gonna have my broken back punched. No, yeah.
This is one of the problems with this scene. Is like Batman's sent to this prison place, which is a hole in the ground. The only way out is to climb up the edge.
It's like the worst prison on earth. Ooh.
Despite the fact there's hundreds of fucking locals around, then they show a village nearby, and any one of these fuckers could throw a rope down there or anything. Or, you know the rope they tie around their waist? Why don't they climb halfway up and chuck it out? You know, I mean, is this really hard to... You know, whatever. Fuck it. It's supposed to be big in America.
Yeah, the whole thing is the Batman Bruce Wayne arc is that Batman over the years has basically he's gained a death wish and he's lost his fear of death, which is basically he's not pushing himself as far and he's thinking about things differently. Yeah. The big twist, which you know anyone with a brain cell can see from a mile away.
Yeah, which doesn't matter.
Like no one can climb. No one can climb this out of this well because it's so like. But like okay, just don't climb with the rope. Oh, yeah. That was the big secret, the big reveal.
You have to be scared.
Yeah, you have to be scared of dying to get out of this fucking well.
Apparently, you can jump further standing still than if you run.
But that's the thing, like...
This is a true fact, I never knew.
But the coda of the film, of these series, like, one of them is, like, like, when Thomas Wayne was saying to Bruce, like, why do we fall? Just so we can pick ourselves up again.
And that's good. It's up there with great power comes great responsibility. It makes sense, it's a good story arc, it's motivational. It's a good reason to have that.
But here's the thing. They didn't use that as in character. They didn't use that to say, like, okay, Bruce Wayne, he's become a cripple, he's down, he's reclusive,
You're telling me they didn't use it at the beginning of the film when he was moping for 7 years after his missus got shot that was trying to go off with some other bloke?
No, but that's the point.
That's not what he meant.
No, right? Yeah, they missed a beat there. Like Bruce Wayne, yeah, he's down, he's depressed, but like his city needs him. He needs to pick himself up, and he needs to kick ass and be a Batman again. No, apparently that metaphor was used so that he could fall down a similar well like he did as a kid, and then pull himself back up again.
Forget any emotional or fucking actual logical ties to that,
because Batman did not redeem himself. Like he did not. Like as when he picks himself back out of the well, he's still a dick. He went from being a mopey dick to being a dick.
Yeah, if you need any evidence of that, there's a line when he's fighting Bane after he's climbed out of the well, where Bane initially says, "Once you've broken your soul, you have my permission to die," or something. And then Batman climbs out of the well and says, "Once you have suffered, you have my permission to die," or something stupid like that.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He says it to Bane near the end.
Oh.
Like just after he beats Bane.
Oh yeah.
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 So that pretty much proves it.
Batman's a murderer!
Yeah. Not only that, by the way, Batman is 0 for 2 against Bane. Because, and the reason I say this, is that when he does finally beat Bane by punching him in the face, he gets stabbed in the back, which means the fight's still continuing, which means Batman gets kidnapped again, and ultimately it's not Batman who kills Bane. Bane gets blasted out of the... Speaking of, we should probably mention Bane, because like I think we've pretty much covered Batman. Batman's a fucking douche in this one. Right, so... Oh, we didn't even go into all the police chases and the bat gizmos and the bullshit.
No, I want to mention one thing about Batman though. Like, he fakes his own death. Yeah.
Fakes his own death?
Yeah.
Why? It didn't make sense! Fucking... Seriously. Okay, he's surrounded by people he knows. People who know his secret, with the exception of the Commissioner Gordon.
Who he then tells.
Yes. Yeah, who basically he then tells, right? He's got a nuclear bomb. He uses the bat plane to fly up, fuck off into the distance, into the sunset. Batman flies into the sunset with a nuclear bomb.
The secret, the big secret is like that they mentioned earlier on that the bat, this thing, like the autopilot is fucked and it doesn't work. So the thing that we're supposed to believe that Batman sacrifices himself to fly as far away as he can from the blast.
No. Batman does die because they held a funeral for Bruce Wayne, allowing Alfred to go
and all his friends,
heart-wrenching turmoil of having to say, "I'm sorry, I fucking failed you."
Yeah, all of his friends and his loved ones think that he's dead.
Catwoman, fucking Alfred, fucking Fox. Everyone thinks he's dead, only for Batman to build a new bat signal for Commissioner Gordon to say he's alive, fucking meet up with Alfred, and fucking have Catwoman on holiday. So basically he's retiring. So when he's got this nuclear bomb, why doesn't he just say, "I'm gonna put autopilot on and then retire"? Why?
He's such a prick that he wants to abandon all of his friends.
I need another drink.
Yeah, another drink.
I fucking
I don't blame you. But that's the thing. Like they even say after the death scene, it's like they go back and get like another one of these the bats, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's been fixed. Like Bruce fixed the like Bruce Wayne fixed the bug, and they're working properly now.
You know,
so Fox knows. Everyone knows. So why the fuck was the point in...
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I didn't realise there was more than one bat, right? Which means that fucking Bane had access to this.
He didn't use it. But enough about Batman. Bane was awesome.
Bane was class. He was the best character about this film. And unfortunately, due to writing, he got gimped in the last 10 minutes because Catwoman blew his brains out. And it turns out, I want to do justice to Bane's story here.
Okay.
So essentially, Bane shows up, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's used to be part of the League of Shadows," which is bullshit, but you know, whatever. And then he got kicked out. And the idea is that potentially, Bane is the son of Ra's al Ghul. Not only that, but he's in charge of the League of the Shadows, which is why he's able to pull all this stuff off. And he's just fulfilling Ra's al Ghul's ultimatum, and there's a lot of confusion over this, and there's a lot of suggestion, and throughout the film they keep showing flashbacks of Bane climbing out of this fucking prison cell. However, there's a massive twist, and this twist is awesome. I don't know if you want to carry on from the twist.
It's essentially the child that we see climbing up is not Bane, which is it is actually hinted at, because whenever Bruce, when he's in that prison, mentions like, oh, Bane did it, Bane climbed out, like they never really responded.
No, they basically said that the child escaped and
the child
climbed to freedom, and they turn around and say, well, this is Bane's prison now, so like he wouldn't like us telling this story. But the ultimate end of this story is that it's not Bane that climbed out. Basically, what happened was there was it's told in a really good way. Essentially, there was a mercenary who fell in love with a local warlord's daughter, and they got her pregnant. The mercenary was thrown into this place, and then one day he was taken out and told to go to the border, and he was set free. The reason for that was that the person who he got pregnant had taken his place. So that was an excellent storyline like that. But she was pregnant, so she gave birth to a child while she was in prison. And the child grows up to be the person who manages to escape. Now, the idea is that this is Bane, and this is the mercenary was Ra's al Ghul, and so Bane is Ra's al Ghul's son. But it turns out that's not true. What happened was the child was protected while in prison by somebody who turns out to be Bane. So the protector is Bane, and the kid who escaped is Ra's al Ghul's daughter, which brings me out to the person who portrayed fucking Batman when he's fighting Bane at the end, and the big twist of the movie at the end. The person who Batman or Bruce Wayne fell in love with, it actually is Ra's al Ghul's daughter. And now, I have one thing to say with her. Fucking zit! Use makeup, you retard! The first half of the film, she has a zit right there. In the middle part of the film, gone. At the end, right fucking there!
I don't know whether you just like I don't know about that, but like the problem I have with that twist is this: like they make out like that Bane has this brain, like you know like Bane is concocting all these plans, and he's fulfilling Ra's al Ghul's thing, and he's thinking about all these things, and all like you know like he's the mastermind. It turns out that he's taking orders.
Yeah.
It was Tanelia, the Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Yeah, the line where Bane says, "I am the League of Shadows."
Yeah, apparently not.
No, apparently you're just the bodyguard.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently you're just the fucking watchdog.
Yeah, he goes from warlord to bodyguard.
Yeah, like he's just
seriously.
pathetic. Like basically, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul comes back a few years later with the actual League of Shadows, takes the prison over, finds Bane. By this point, Bane has been absolutely fucked over, which is why he has to wear the mask, because the prisoners didn't like the fact that he helped this kid escape. So that's why he's wearing the mask. And there's like basically a love story between Ra's al Ghul's daughter and Bane. Like these two just absolutely love each other, which is A, fucking creepy, B, fucked up, and C, weird for three reasons. A, she was born in the prison while he was a man. B, she was only about 12 when she escaped, and yet he was a fully grown man. And C, for the third reason, she goes off and sleeps with Bruce Wayne while he's trying to run the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is completely pointless.
But that's the fucked up thing about Bruce Wayne as well. Like, the man who's grieving over the loss of Rachel Dawes is quite happy to A, sleep with Ra's al Ghul's daughter, and B, run off with Catwoman in the end.
Yeah, like in this film, like he goes from, oh, I must spend 7 years in solitude because I lost the woman I love, and then 5 minutes later, oh, you're the woman I love, into bed with you, and then 5 minutes later, actually I've changed my mind, Catwoman's the woman I love, into bed with you.
Like, even though they, like, you know, the whole thing about the Catwoman thing is like, you know, like, they all thought that Bruce Wayne was going to die. So, you know, fucking last kiss, you know, like Catwoman lays one on him because, you know, whatever. But like, and that was enough to like, you know, yeah, I want to spend the rest of, I want to retire with this woman.
Yeah, like him and her basically have no
chemistry.
None.
It's basically Twilight.
Yeah, it is. Like, basically, she goes, oh, Bane is being really abusive and scary to me, and Batman goes, you know what? I'll keep him away from you. And she goes, you're my savior. Oh.
But that's the thing about Catwoman, though. Like, Bruce Wayne, like Batman, repeatedly trusts her. Yeah, repeatedly. But that's the thing. Like,
show me where Bane is. I will show you where Bane is. This is not a trap.
Okay, this sounds awesome. Let's go down here. Okay, okay, Batman. I want you to walk in through this cage. Okay, this does not sound like a trap at all.
You go
Bang.
first.
You go first. Okay, bang. Oh my God, there's a trap. I did not see this coming. Like, you know, the person who's repeatedly like afraid of Bane and has no faith in me whatsoever. Yes, she is going to support me, even though she's tried to steal my mother's pearls. And, like, you know, tried to stole my car, like, you know, fucking, like, she stabs him in the back as many times as she can, and yet he still keeps on going back to her. Yeah. Like, the city's in lockdown, Bane's won, he's got, like, he's beaten Batman, he's in the prison, like, Gotham is his. Yeah. But that's the thing, like, yeah, no one can live or die or else if I set off this nuclear bomb. Okay.
Yeah, no, let's get onto this plot device here, because this is an important part of the story here. Basically, Bane manages to steal one of Wayne Tech's cold fusion reactors, and he yoinks the nuclear device out of it, and he basically says to the government, right, if anyone leaves this island, I'll blow the device. If anyone tries to kill me or my mates, I'll blow the device. If anybody tries to disarm the device, I'll blow the device. If anyone tries to come onto the island, I'll blow the device. Basically, you do anything I don't want, and I will blow this thing up. Now, this goes on for 5 months, right? In 5 months, nobody could figure out how to disarm it. In 5 months, nobody took a pot shot at fucking Bane once, because apparently his great weakness is guns.
Yeah, getting shot in the face.
No,
Bane's great weakness. Oh, no one ever saw it.
Basically, what they do is they run 3 vehicles around the island, and they give it protection and stuff like that. And they basically say, you're right, if you attack the convoy, we'll blow it up, yada, yada, yada. And there's somebody on the island who's a random citizen who will blow it up if anything goes wrong. Now, the way that Batman manages to defuse this is he gives Commissioner Gordon a MacGuffin button, which basically says that it will block off any incoming signals and you can't remote detonate it. Now, Gordon attacks the first convoy, it's not in there. There's nothing there. And the convoy doesn't go, you know what, lads, we're being attacked, blow the device. He attacks the second convoy, it's not in there. And nobody goes, Bane, they're trying to get the device, go and blow it up. And nothing, nada, zip, zilch.
But that's the thing, like, the government were fucking whip-tarded pussies in this. Like, they did nothing. Yeah. Like, the instant that life was threatened, they did nothing.
No, that's not true. They sent 3 Marines in after 3 or 4 months. They sent 3 people in to see what was going on.
Yeah, because Bane, he creates a load of concrete that's set to explode, which somehow traps the 300 odd, however.
3,000.
Yeah, like every single cop is trapped underneath in the tunnels because Bane's blowing up the infrastructure.
You know what? If the Joker had pulled that off, it would have been a better movie.
Because you'd have fucking Heath Ledger. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like,
okay, I think we're beginning to slightly lose the plot here. Essentially, we're
losing the plot. Come on, man.
No, right. Let's see what we've covered. Like we've covered Bruce Wayne, we've covered Batman, we've covered Bane to a little degree, covered Catwoman. Let's do supporting cast.
Yeah, like Robin.
Robin, best character in the film.
Yeah.
Like completely fucking useless, but the best character in the film.
Yeah.
Now you have to hear me out on this one because I know there's going to be a few shouts and screams and people who disagree. But this is true. Deny it or not. Robin goes to investigate what the fuck's going on at the construction site. He finds out that they're mixing explosives with concrete. He phones up the commissioner and says, lads, it's a trap, just as these 3,000 cops are going into the sewers. Lads, it's a trap. By the way, they've bombed the ring around the entrance. How the fuck did he figure that out? How? Like, there were no blueprints. There was nothing! No. Anyway, he phones them up as he blows it up. So ultimately, his net worth there is nothing. So nobody could escape. Nothing could be done. Like, what else did he do? He tries to save some kids. Like yeah. At the end of it, he's trying to save a bunch of children. So he says, right, get everybody out. We're gonna tell everybody to run. The bomb's about to go off. Get on the bus, kids. We're gonna drive across this bridge. He gets to the bridge, jumps out. Says, look, I'm a cop. I've got a few kids here. Well, just
the,
let us off. The bomb's about to go off.
The government have basically got the place barricaded up to stop people coming off the island.
Yeah, and the other policeman's like, lads, if you take another step, I'm going to have to shoot you. So he starts walking across, they fire at his feet, and then he's like, if you keep walking, I'm going to blow this bridge. So he keeps walking, and they blow the bridge. And Robin's like,
you motherfuckers! You fucking killed us! You motherfucker! But that's the thing, like, on the one hand, like, it's this whole trait with the Blake Robin character. He has a really good, strong character and a good character-defining moment of walking across the bridge, and it ends up in nothing.
Yeah.
The thing with the explosives, like he discovers it, like he somehow figures it out, which is awesome. Yeah. But then he just a little too late. The explosive goes off. He can't do anything. Like he finds at the beginning when Gordon goes into the sewer to pursue Bane, like. Blake figures out that, well, they aren't letting me in here because there was an explosion, so I'm going to go around, and he finds Gordon again. He saves him.
That's the one net worth where he actually did something, and he was actually promoted. But the one thing we have to talk about when it comes to Robin, which everyone's going to talk about when it comes to this film, I know you're Batman.
Yeah, like he basically. Yeah, like the great boy detective. Okay, how does he figure out that he's Batman? I know you're Batman. I'm sorry. What? It's like, yeah, like I could just tell. I could see it in your eyes.
Yeah, like it basically, apparently in this storyline, Batman never found Robin when he was a kid. Like he was raised in an orphanage after his parents passed away or buggered off, whatever the fuck. And one day, Robin shows up at Bruce Wayne's manor, and he's basically, yeah, the city's kind of gone to shit. We need your help. We need Batman's help. And Bruce is like, well, I
don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Batman, even though I retired, and at the same time that Batman disappeared.
Yeah. Anyway, Robin turns around and he goes, yeah, I know how it feels to be angry in your bones. And this is another good thing. The character gives a really good speech, even though he's talking absolute bullshit. Like, he gives a really good speech where he goes like, yeah, I know how it feels to be angry in your bones. Like, how you have to hate everything, and then you have to pretend to be nice, and you pretend to smile. And I know what that smile looks like. And one day you came to our orphanage, and I looked at you, and I saw the same smile, which means you're Batman. What?
But that's another thing as well. Like, they basically said, like, Blake going like, yeah, like, my parents are dead too, yeah, oh my god. So basically it's like, yeah, they have, like, I have the same backstory as you. So they basically go, well, okay, well, he has the same backstory as Batman. We don't need to go any further than that, because you've already seen it. Because you've seen the first Batman.
You've already seen the film, you paid the tickets, we're not going to do another flashback, fuck it, we've already spent them.
But that's the thing, like, I really like the Robin character, how he was really smart, and like he was strong-willed, and like his intentions were awesome, and like I kind of liked it how he was always just a beat behind, how he's just kind of starting out.
Yeah. Like basically, throughout the entire film, it's kind of insinuated that Batman's basically done for, he can't carry on. And this guy could be a willing and ready candidate to replace Batman, but the problem is that he's a little bit gun happy and he's shooting people. And then at the end, they just say, "Oh, by the way, my name's Robin."
Yeah, like looking at the cast list. Like I was looking at the name of the characters, like Blake. Who the hell is Blake? I could not think for life, but of course it's the third Robin from the comics. And I just didn't click until
I have to admit, my knowledge of Robin is absolutely fucking horrendous. Like I know the first one was Nightwing, and that was Dick Grayson.
Yeah, that was Dick Grayson.
As far as I know. Second one, I don't know really what happened.
It was Jason Todd second. Yeah. The Robin who died, the one that Joker shot in the face.
Oh, okay, because I know they did a really good backstory on him with another one. Anyway. And the third one was Blake.
Blake. I can't remember his first. It's Tom Blake or John Blake. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, either way, I never really knew anything about him, so that's why I never saw that one coming. Anyway. Yeah, like I say, Robin character absolutely amazing. The one complaint I have is in the second half of the movie, really his role and Commissioner Gordon should have been swapped. Because Commissioner Gordon comes out of hospital and suddenly he's like a badass. He's jumping onto trucks, he's ambushing things, He's doing all this shit that Robin should be doing. And whereas, like, Robin's saving little school kids, putting them on a school bus.
And walking across the bridge. I mean, like, it would have made more, surely, a police commissioner would have had a little bit more weight behind him than just some random detective.
Yeah, he could have known the guy who was on the other side.
Exactly, a military official may have listened to a police commissioner more than just a detective.
Anyway, I think we're getting slightly off plot here. So we covered most of the characters. Gordon was outstanding in the first half of the film.
Yeah.
Second half of the film,
they kind of wasted him. Yeah. It was the same. It's what they did like with Gary Oldman, with Michael Caine, and with Morgan Freeman. Those three characters, all outstanding actors, wasted.
Yeah.
All of them wasted.
With the Fox character, I think he was in 2 scenes. He had one line which was funny where he goes, yeah, usually these conversations end with like a stupid request for something like spelunking gear or some bullshit. That was a good line. And then after that there's a cut scene completely out of nowhere against the pacing where he's nearly being drowned, and then you'd never see him after that apart from at like the funeral or something, and that's it. Like,
yeah, like when the power all goes out, when they're starting to flood, he's like, uh-oh. That was funny.
Yeah, that was good. Like, but Alfred, we have to talk about Alfred.
Yeah, like goddamn, like they wasted Michael Caine.
No, like they didn't even waste Michael Caine. Michael Caine left.
Yeah.
Like he had enough of this bullshit.
Oh yeah, Michael Caine, like he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna ham this shit up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the waterworks. I'm gonna bring the mumbling voice. Yeah. I'm gonna bring it, bitches. Yeah. Fuck y'all.
Like basically, yeah. Michael Caine's speech goes something along the lines of, "Oh, Master Bruce, I've been with you for so many years. I can't stand to see you be hurt no more. I'm leaving. Fuck you."
Like there's the whole thing of like, yeah, Bruce. By the way, you've got a death which is really fucking weird. Stop it. Also, I burned a note that said like your ex was gonna go with Harvey Dent.
Yeah, you know that woman who you've been pining over for the last 7 years. Yeah, she didn't give a shit about you. Like, yeah, and then Bruce Wayne turns around and in a really good fucking scene where they do the makeup well, they do the hair well, they do the lighting well. He basically says, "Yeah, Alfred, you've been like a father to me. If I ever see you again, I'm gonna kick you in the balls. Fuck off.
Yeah, like they could not have made Bruce look more evil and fucked up and twisted if they tried.
Yeah, like the problem was that this was a heart-wrenching scene without the heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Like
honestly, it was. Yeah.
The actors didn't.
It was not sad. It was just unpleasant.
Yeah, it felt like walking in on your parents as they were signing the divorce papers.
But that's the thing. Like that's the thing about the characters. Like in the other 2 films, you had an emotional connection to them.
Yeah.
In this one, you don't. It's just unpleasant characters being unpleasant to each other. That is not something I want to see. Yeah. No. Don't want to see that. Another character that we omitted, that kind of plays a role in this is Scarecrow. Like Scarecrow makes a return, kind of. He was the head of the courthouse.
Yeah,
like he was the judge.
Yeah, shortly after Bane sets up his own little utopia, he establishes mock trials. Yeah. And apparently these trials give you 2 choices. You can either be exiled or sentenced to death. When you get exiled, you walk out over the fucking ice, you fall through, you drown, you die. When you're sentenced to death, you walk out through the ice, you fall through, you drown, you die. This, by the way, because it going on for 5 months.
It was a period of time. Like I don't know how. Like I do know like the bomb was degrading and stuff, but that's another thing about like just to go off topic briefly. Like Batman escapes from this prison somehow escapes from this prison in Nowheresville. Somehow managed to get to Gotham on foot. Somehow managed to get into a city in martial law lockdown, and somehow finds Catwoman in the middle of the street.
He's a lucky bastard to find that Catwoman.
Yeah, but anyway, Scarecrow. Yeah,
Scarecrow.
like
Yeah, no. This is the point I realised recently. Scarecrow is now technically the biggest killer in the Batman universe. Essentially, for 5 months, he's been executing people left, right, and centre, which means his body count is in the hundreds, far greater than any other fucking villain. And yet, they don't mention what happens to him.
yeah, it would have just taken like just a throwaway appearance of him just appearing in the big fight in the end or something, and like someone just punching him. There we go.
Thumb dusted, but not.
Like also like Liam Neeson makes a cameo.
Yeah, what?
Which was an amazing, it was an awesome little thing, which ended up being completely pointless. Because it turned out it was just like a hallucination, like Bruce Wayne's dream. But that's the thing, because it was Bruce Wayne's dream, it was only based on things Bruce Wayne knew. Yeah. So he thought that the child was Bane. So like, great, pointless. Yeah. Like, way to waste Liam Neeson as well.
Yeah, he basically gets 3 or 4 lines and they're incorrect, wrong, and pointless. I can't fault him because he didn't do anything.
That's another one other thing that springs to mind that I've remembered. Like there's just so much shit that we haven't mentioned. But here's one that springs to mind. Like Batman, like universally, comics, you know, wherever, like he will not kill people and he does not use guns. He just doesn't. But for some reason, his Batpod bike, they have cannons on them, and the flying Batmobile, it has machine guns and cannons. Have I missed a beat here?
But it doesn't use guns.
No, no killing, no guns. Oh, are you kidding me? It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I do kind of dig the whole like I don't use guns thing. Yeah. So why don't you stick to it? Like, I love the whole like I'm not going to use guns. I'm not going to kill people. Yeah. That's a good hero character trait. But they don't do it. His vehicles and shit have guns on them. He's using like electric gun things, and he's using fucking
like electric disable guns. Fair enough. Cannons capable of taking down the Batmobile in one shot. Not so much. Like takes out Bane or whatever. Yeah.
But have you noticed though, like how?
No. He takes out Bane in a Wile E. Coyote style, which just goes flying across the screen, and that's not the first time that shit happens.
Like I love the Wile E. Coyote shit in this film as well. Like, okay, you know, he's got no cartilage in his leg, so he puts on this Stone Cold Steve Austin brace that somehow allows him to kick through walls. Yeah. Never does it again. No. But like right at the very end when they're fighting Bane. Like, Bane apparently is so strong that he punches through a pillar twice. His fists are fine. He's fine. I just punched through... realism! Yeah. You know, I mean, what's going on in this movie?
I know. I hate this film so much.
Why do you like this film? I don't like it. I don't. It's a horrible, horrible, compounded mess of a movie.
Would you recommend somebody go and watch it?
Yes.
You're an idiot.
I'm not talking about opinion, dude!
Yes, but it's wrong.
Like, despite all of its flaws, I did enjoy it. I did. Like, of course, after a while, like, the errors and mishaps I started to just notice them, and they just started to dig at me. But at the same time, it didn't completely remove me from enjoying the movie. It removed me from the movie. Like, I couldn't really get immersed in it, but I still enjoyed it. I don't really know how else to describe it. Oh.
Right. The reason I hate this movie is because it removed me from the movie. How hard is that to fucking say? Okay. I like Batman 1. I like Batman 2. Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was the best film ever. The problem is, with Batman 3, I realised that Christian Bale is the worst Batman I have ever seen. His suit is horrible. He looks useless. I hate him as Batman. So that only leaves you the bad guy. Batman. Batman. You are not the Batman. You gotta leave your lips open.
Oh yeah.
Hey, baby.
You've given these people everything.
Yeah.
Why do he keep his mouth open in this movie? His growling is worse, and he leaves his mouth open all the time. Apparently he's become a mouth breather.
How do you fuck up growling? Right, anyway, like I said, the reason I hate this movie so much is I watched Batman 1, I was blown away. Great story, great reimagining. I've never seen anything like this since the Tim Burton films. It was beautiful, perfect. It's exactly what Batman should have been. Batman 2, oh my days, that is one of my favourite films of all time. The Joker, the Batman, like pushed to their limits, reimagining the universe, reinventing a character which will now live for centuries.
Asking legitimate questions.
Exactly, it was beautiful, brilliant. Batman 3.
You've got Bane and Batman doing Bane and Batman.
No, I liked Bane. I thought he was good. He had great motivation, great storyline. He had the best story arc in the entire film. The Batman, he was useless, mopey, bitchy, fucking pointless, complete and utter dickish behaviour from beginning to end of the film. The supporting cast got all the best roles. Batman got the most useless roles. There were continuity errors left, right, and centre. There were character errors left, right, and centre. My favourite continuity area, and watch out for this one, is when Batman tells Catwoman, "These aren't your average thugs. They're Bane's thugs, hired mercenaries." And then 3 scenes later, Catwoman tells Batman, "These aren't your average thugs. They're Bane's thugs, hired thugs."
Oh yeah, by the way, the action, whilst it does in parts look a little more heavy and brutal, it's still kind of lazy and haphazard.
I've seen better fights on fucking anything.
Yeah.
Like seriously, they're just absolutely laboured, lazy fucking fights that just didn't engross me at all. Bane supposed to be this big, heavy-hitting martial arts dude, which is never mentioned in this film, not once. He's never given any steroids of any kind. He's never mentioned to be a good fighter. He's just mentioned to be this kind of mastermind.
He's this big badass, but like they know that he was in the League of Shadows, so they know that he is.
They don't even know that.
Skilled.
Like half the time they're either saying he was exiled from the League of Shadows, or that he was in the League of Shadows, or that he's running the League of Shadows, or that he's just the bodyguard.
That's the point. Like he was involved in them at some point. Therefore, he had to have been trained by them. Therefore, he has to be about as good as Batman is.
Yeah, well, true enough. But like Batman was a star pupil of the leader of League of Shadows, whereas Bane was supposed to be
too extreme.
Not even that. I got the feeling from the film that Bane showed up at training camp and they were like, "Yeah, you're a fuckwit. Fuck off." Like, you know, basically the storyline is supposed to be the love interest between Bane and Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Now, you can't tell me that shit wasn't obvious as soon as he showed up at this camp. And you can't tell me Ra's al Ghul went, "You know what? You're the perfect match for my daughter. You're the bloke I've always been waiting for. You can go for her. Come in." And then 5 minutes later caught him fucking pinching the family jewels and kicked him out. No, that didn't happen. Like, he showed up and he was kicked out as soon as he got there. And like, the only reason he was kicked out is because they didn't execute him, because she probably pulled some strings, and that's about it. Basically, I hate this movie because I was expecting so much from it. I was expecting big, epic fights. I was expecting character development. I was potential
like
everywhere.
An end to the story.
And what I was given was hackneyed, boring bullshit with continuity errors, character development that didn't exist. The fucking
wasted of good resources.
That's why I hated this film. It was potentially amazing, and it just wasn't.
Like, it kind of like, with Bruce Wayne being a dick to everyone and everything, you just kind of, you just left with this bad taste in your mouth. Like, you know, why did I sit through those other two, all this, just to get this? Also, like, it kind of, the direction of the series, like, they went, okay, you got the League of Shadows and Ra's al Ghul, and then you got the Joker. Like, there was something new, and then they went backwards. They went back to this whole, like, taking Gotham and burning it to the ground and League of Shadows and this shit. Like, haven't we already been here?
Hang on. If we were to explain everything wrong with this film, we'd be here for another 2 hours. So basically, you've been... Who are you?
I don't don't know who I am. I'm the Batman.
You're
Batman. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Rick, formerly known as Auros.
I'm Chris, and this has been our very short vlog on Batman Rise.
Sure.
On that note, we'll leave you.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Can't you keep still for 5
Blooper
minutes?
reel!
No! you know how animated I am.
True enough.
Hey, baby.